Hi, my name is Taylor Hammer, and I'm recording an out-of-the-box idea for my classroom. So today, when I was researching different things, not today, but for a month span, I had a really hard time figuring out what I wanted to do. And so I started looking in different areas, and I just had no earthly idea. So last week, I found these two different activities that you can do with your kids, and I really could not narrow down which activity to do, so I'm going to be doing two. So the first one is about adding, and so I picked a TEK that talks about numbers and operations and being able to apply their mathematic knowledge to develop and understand math equations and subtracting equations. So the TEK says explaining the strategy, how it can be solved, involving adding and subtracting within 10 using speaking words. So today that's going to be my TEK for both adding and subtracting because it talks about both. So then my I can statement for the adding is I can demonstrate how to use adding with marbles, because fun fact, today we're going to be using marbles with one of them. And then my ELPS is being able to write the basic vocabulary for the grade level. And so the ELPS for that one is I can use terms from math to form an equation. So let me show you my math one. I'm going to have to move the camera. So this is my math out of the box idea. And so what the students would do is they would have a bowl of marbles, and they would take 10 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the teacher would say a math equation. So I'm going to do 3. So I'm going to drop 3 into this pot. 1, 2, 3, plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so now the students would get their equal sign, and they would count how many marbles they have. Obviously we have 8. So then after doing that, the students would write down an equation using the math terms. So then my second out-of-the-box idea is subtraction. And so with the subtraction, I have the same TEK, but my I can statement for that one is I can use ping pong balls when subtracting. And then my ELPS is writing the basic vocabulary. Again, the same thing, but it says I can describe a subtraction equation. So I have this deal with the ping pong balls. So students would push in the balls. So, that all moved, but you get the idea. So they push in the ball. So as they're pushing in the ball, they're pushing in the balls that they're subtracting. So since we did 3 plus 5 for the adding. I'm sorry. We're going to do that for the subtraction, but we're going to do 5 minus 3. So the students would demonstrate whether or not they understood that. So 1, 2, 3, and then they would take the other ones away. So another one that they could do is 6 minus 1, and they would just push in the 1. That one's not going. They'd push in the 1, and then they'd add. So I feel like these are really good hands-on activities for our ESL learners, because it's not just looking at the equations and trying to figure it out, or a picture. They're actually hands-on using manipulatives, and I know that's something we've talked about in class as one of our strategies. So I feel like them being able to use these would be a great aspect in a kindergarten class, because that's what I chose my TEKs from there, kindergarten. So I feel like these would be really good just to have in a math center just out. So if they have a problem that they're having trouble with, they can refer back to it. And it doesn't have to be just 10. They can go higher if I have a higher student who is in my ESL classroom. But my TEK was specifically for 5. So that's why the subtraction is 5. And then I have 20 marbles, more than 20 marbles, so they can just use it whenever. And I think that adding these out of the box ideas would really help my ESL students grasp these math equations that they will be doing in classroom. Thank you. Have a great day.